Hello everyone, welcome to a video by GEOMASTER, and today I'm going to be doing a review on something a little bit different from the norm. Today I'm reviewing some LEGO Spartans, or Spartan inspired MOCs. So here we have these three here. This one over here was built by my younger brother. You've seen some of his MOCs before. This one I built for my youngest brother, but he doesn't really do anything with it, or just with LEGO in general. And this one is the one that I built for myself. So yeah, let's get started, and I'll be reviewing these from smallest to largest, so it's going to be this one over here first. So here's the first Spartan. I built this one for my youngest brother. So here he is. This one's all gold and like black and gunmetal gray. So yeah, I'll just give you a 360 of his weapons on his back, like so. So you can kind of see all of them. So yeah, there's your like 360 of him. He's pretty simple, I guess. His body isn't as custom as like some of the others. Like if you can kind of see right here, that's just a like bionicle torso from I think it's called the Nike build. I'm not sure, but like the later years of Bionicle, like 2009 and stuff, and his gun fell off. So yeah, it's just you just put that on like a standard Hero Factory torso frame, and that's all it really is. But it definitely creates a taller and just like better looking stature. The head here is like fully custom build, as you can see. It's kind of hard to see like eye plate here, but basically it's just like the smallest size of bone piece in transparent blue. So he has that visor here, then this mouth plate, and the rest of the helmet has just these things, some gears for like some added detail, and the back is just like that. So yeah, pretty simple head. Legs down here, you have some trans blue here, which looks nice. Spartans don't really have like lights on them or like large areas of lights, so maybe the transparencies on some of these guys are a little out of place in regards to a Spartan, but they look cool. So yeah, you can see he has them on the legs, and then he has this kind of chest plate layered on with the 5 long armor shell, which looks nice. Inspired by a Stormer XL, I believe. And that's something that's a design my younger brother really likes. Then you have your arms, which have the ball joints so they can rotate, and these have ball joints too, so they can rotate. And up here in the body, you can see this is where like it gets a little bit more complex. You have these plates over here, and this to kind of fill out the body. And then you have your hero core here because he wanted it. So yeah, color scheme is pretty consistent. On the back you have the standard thruster pack for Spartans. I guess a good thing the gun fell off, because now you can actually see. If I pull this down, you can see it's like a whole bunch of Technica on there. You can just pull the whole thing off. Then you have your like little black armor shell right down here. Kind of tough to see that, but it's there. So yeah, and then this is just here so that you can attach the gun, which attaches with this red peg onto here. I'm not going to show you that because I'll take a look at the gun very soon. So yeah, the rocket pack I think is pretty good. It has those thrusters on it. And yeah, I have a little bit of out of place yellow, but at least it kind of matches with the gold. Like you can kind of see that. It's a little bit too bright though. So yeah, then you have these drones down here for like thrusters or something, just added detail. So yeah, the thing about these, when building mine, which is the large black one, the thruster pack was like all Technic and it was kind of difficult. I was originally going to use bones like this, but here I actually did that, and it doesn't look all that bad. It looks, maybe the thruster part of it looks a little large. I would prefer like size 3 shells here, but younger brother didn't have any. So yeah, this is what I used. So now we're moving on to the weapons. Just set the Spartan down here. So the first thing my brother would have wanted was a Halo sword, or as you know, the energy sword. So here it is. It's not perfect, of course. I mean, it'd take a little bit more, but just to throw something together real quick, I just took these 2 Hero Factory blades in blue, stuck them onto this piece right here, added these just for, I don't know, I guess looks, I don't know. I just put those on there because I could, and then there's the handle here. So he just like holds it like that, kind of like this. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Here is something a little bit more complex. This is the gun. It's not really supposed to be any of the real Halo guns, so it's just kind of a custom build. It's nice and large, like a cannon. Got some shells back here. This is a removable stock, so you can do that. You pull that out, change the thing. Has these 2 handles, so it can be held with both hands, and a sight, so you can see what you're aiming at. So yeah, the 3 barrels here, or just 1 barrel, I guess. Yeah, just built around these 2 Technic beams. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Nothing all too crazy. I'll have him hold it real quick. So back just goes in there. Then the front goes up here. And yeah, there he is holding it. And then you have this sword, which can plug onto the back. You just have to kind of twist this piece. And then maybe like this. No? Yes. Pull it down. Like that. So yeah, pretty straightforward and simple, but it looks pretty good. It looks enough like a Spartan. I'm not sure you can exactly just like look at it and be like, oh, that's a Spartan. I mean, I'm not really sure about that with any of these. I mean, it kind of depends on the head, because that's one of the staples of a Spartan, I think, just like the unique head designs. But yeah, it's kind of just Spartan inspired. So here's my younger brother's Spartan inspired MOC. None of these have names, so I can't tell you that. I might put the names in the title, but as of now they don't really have names. So here he is, and first thing you notice about him is that he's asymmetrical on his arms and legs. I really like that about him. It gave his MOC kind of some interest. The thing that I did tell him to do, because in a earlier version this was actually a smaller shell, and then he had this over here. I just told him to like balance the asymmetry, so you can see you have some spikes down here, just the knee pad, you have like a larger spike, and this is sticking off. Then this is okay. I'm not sure it balances all like completely with this, like fully, but it's better. It's definitely better. I like the asymmetry. Over here you see his arms a little bit more uncovered. Over here it actually has some shell, or some one shell on it. Gosh. And yeah, I do like the way he, like, kind of the direction he went with making this more complex. You can see the body has definitely got some complexity in there. You can see, like, bones overlapping. You have these open ball joints, but I don't think that's a terrible thing. The only thing I wish he would have done differently is if he had covered up this a little bit more, because it just looks exposed, even though it's not. But yeah. Yeah, he looks pretty good all the way around. You can see he has this, like, cord going into his gun. I think that's cool. Gives his gun like its own unique kind of look. But yeah, this is a skull spider mask, which that's just attached like that. You can kind of see that up on those little holes in the like here, those holes there. That's just attached like that, so he has the rotation, and the skull spider mask actually stays pretty well. Has this kind of thing plugging into here. I think that's cool. I especially like this little thing. Might like try to use that on something else. Has some spikes down here. Not sure how spiky like Halo armors get. Not usually very much, but it looks good. Like I said, these are all Spartan inspired, so they're not supposed to be like completely perfect. The tan and white, I feel like tan and white is like, especially the shade of tan, maybe it's a little kind of clashes just a little bit because they're so like pale and bright, but it actually looks pretty okay, especially when you like consider all the like silver and black on it. So yeah, it actually has quite a bit of weight to it, especially in the center. Like not a ton, but you can like feel that weight. Then the head, which is he was kind of going for the Spartan head, where like the top I think is like a rounded visor, something like that, and then you put this horn on it for added effect. Doesn't match as much. I mean, you have your yellow bushings here, but and then like a couple of yellow. Okay, it matches a little bit, but overall, you know, yellow is just kind of out of place here. But I think it's a good helmet design. It's pretty simple, actually. So yeah, here's the back of it, so you can kind of get a little bit of an idea how we did that. Trans blue visor. And yeah, just got this like added detail up here. So yeah, I think it's good. And he does have the rotation in the arms. I think that's important for these guys, that they can wield their guns properly. And speaking of guns, here's the gun that the cord connects to. So I really like this. It looks pretty cool. I mean, look at that. He like stacks like beams here, and just yeah, this looks pretty good. Then you have your front barrel. Yeah, I like this gun. It's large and it's just like powerful looking, and I especially like how this cord comes into it. So yeah, like dual wielding. This is the only weapon he built for this Spartan. So yeah, I like it. And then he has like that complexity in the body. He definitely like did his best to make this like complex and like cool and just, yeah. Then this one's definitely the most unique out of all of them. So here is the final Spartan. This is the one I built for myself. So this one here, it's actually the tallest of them, and it is, I think, the bulkiest, because you can see he has all this on him. This one's actually the one, I was the one who kind of started it, because my youngest brother kind of wanted to build. I told him to like go build a Spartan with Legos. It wasn't that great, so I was like, hey, why don't I just build a Spartan? So this is the one that was first fully completed in like the more complex form. So yeah, you can kind of see. It has red, black, and white, which that's a color scheme that I like, because if you don't know, black and red are my favorite colors, and then I just like throw a little bit of white highlight in there, and it just looks awesome like this. I think the white definitely stands out against the red and the black. It like catches your eye immediately. But yeah, so like I told you his colors already, but let's just like go right into the body. This one is actually based on, at the time of this recording, you should see it by now. This one has the same body build as the MOC that should be going up right before this. I don't remember his name, but it's a Beast MOC for Hero Factory. So yeah, the body build of that one is the same one in here. I just used a longer size of bone piece in there. And then, you know, like, it has all this other stuff added on. And then I also extended out the length of the shoulders themselves. The bone pieces I use in the shoulders are longer. So well, yeah, and then you have your like small torso down here as the like bottom where it attaches the legs. So yeah, you should be able to build this just using that video mostly, but there's some stuff in here that is a bit different. He's a bit off in proportions, I think, because the legs are like about the size of like the body, like even with the head, I think. But actually, if they're that size, it might be right proportions. But anyway, it just kind of looks off in proportions. Speaking of the legs, I actually did a custom build down here for the lower legs. Like, take this off, you see it's a custom build. This is not a normal bone piece. So it actually uses this piece that's just like a normal connector piece for like Technic with a ball joint at the end. But actually it has a axle connection right in this section, so you can connect axles right into that. If you don't have those pieces, I suggest you get a whole lot of them because they are so useful. Very, very useful. So yeah, I just did that. Then like on the Star Wars sets, I attached this to the back of the shins or cows or whatever. I don't know, body attach. Yeah, I can't speak. Anyway, moving on, you have your simple arms, nothing too complicated, just some black, some red, you know, you got your fist, the rotation here as well. I can't get it to rotate. I did put some shoulder pads up here to just kind of bulk up the shoulders a little, and they do have some spikiness about them. And then I did put some space on the chest. Yeah. Now the helmet, I think, I don't want to sound like, I guess, proud or like too prideful, but I think this one kind of reminds me most of like an actual Spartan helm. Just like my younger brother's one, which I just showed before this, it's kind of like that one that has that rounded visor on top of the helm. It's not all the way like that. You can see the top is actually like solidly colored, but it's close, and it has this smaller spike up here. Now the helmet's a little bit annoying because it's not like held down because it's built on one of those new Bionicle head sculpts. So it's not held down all the way, so it moves, which is kind of annoying. Though if you were to do this and then fold this back, which is just attached with a Technic ball joint, and then you could do this. Yes, no, oh wait, you fold this forward, and then you do that. So his helmet can kind of flip up. It doesn't stay very well, and it can be annoying because it's like constantly moving around. But it's cool. Originally the helmet was just supposed to be like something like this, like just that. But I was trying to make it look better, so I ended up adding on all this stuff. And I think it definitely improved the look of the helmet. So yeah. Like I said, you have your shoulder pads, some print on them, because that's the only size of 4 long black shells I have. Then on the back you have your guns and your thruster pack, which I actually didn't mention on the last one, sorry. So there's the 2 guns. Thruster pack, I actually started in the same way for my youngest brother's Spartan with like bones and shell pieces, but I didn't think that was going to work. So I actually moved to a more technical approach. So this is what I came up with. They use these like hydraulic tube pieces with these curved half beams. So you just know some pins and axles, of course. And then I had these bull rock guys right here. So yeah, I would have liked if these were angled outward a little bit more. Like this is the this is an angled part in here, this little gray piece, and it's not angled all that much. So I would have preferred if they were angled out more, so that it looked like it was boosting like as much this way as it was down. So yeah, that's the only thing about it, and then it doesn't look like it has any boosters on the side. So unfortunately that is a fact, and yeah, I think it's pretty good the way I got it. It just looks like a thruster pack. It's kind of flat on the sides too, but you know, it does what it's supposed to. And there's the back of the head. So as for weapons, this one actually has two guns. It has this little one, and none of these guns are supposed to like try to be Halo guns or anything. So it just has this thing that flips down, and then this can attach to his hand, and there you have it. It's kind of like a smaller sidearm type of gun. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Maybe would have preferred something a little bit better. I don't know how though. So let's pull this out. I think he could have used friction extenders in the ankles, definitely. I didn't put any because I thought that would make his ankles look too tall, and I didn't want to do that. So the other one is like battle rifle inspired, but it's not supposed to be an exact battle rifle. It has this longer barrel, which you could take off. I think it looks better with it on. It has these two handles, one long, one short, so you can put that in his hands as well. So there you have it. I find that because of these pieces especially, it's kind of hard to get his arms to maneuver where you can like look down the sight or anything. But generally, posing isn't a huge issue with the arms. I do find that sometimes you can just pull them out though, which is kind of annoying because there's like two connections in there that you have to line up to put it back in. But yeah, there's all the Spartans. So there you have it. A team of Spartans ready and waiting. I think they're all pretty cool. This one, they all have their unique color schemes and their unique like things. And I forgot to mention Jaden's, or my younger brothers actually didn't have a thruster pack on the back, or at least a seeable thruster pack. But that's okay, you know. Like I keep saying, they're not trying to be exact replicas of Spartans. They're just supposed to be Spartan inspired. Just large men with like, or you know, maybe a woman. These aren't women though, they're men. So yeah, just kind of like large dudes in cool suits with guns and just looking awesome. And I think they're all pretty cool. They all look good together, as you can see. They're all different colors, so it's kind of like a rainbow explosion. But yeah, they're all really nice, and I do enjoy the way each of these looks. They're all each unique. Like every Spartan in the game is, you know, unique in some way. Though in the games you only have like, what's it, like 172 or something crazy suits you can pick from, so you're going to get a couple of duplicates. But yeah, these are some great looking Spartans. My younger brother did a good job on this. I think I did pretty good over here, though maybe some slight improvements. I'm not sure how customizable like you could do with like some of these as a base. Like this one's probably going to be the most customizable because it's the simplest. This one I'm not sure about, and then this one probably isn't too hard to like switch out a couple things. I say I'm not too sure about this one because the body build is like drastically different from these two, so yeah. But yeah, there's those Spartans. So speaking of Spartans, there's a channel I know if you do like Halo and you like watching Halo, or you know, just like shooter games or just like Xbox games. The channel is Spiderwall. It's a great channel. That dude who runs it is really funny. He's just awesome. So if you like watching video games, go check him out. I'll have the link like right above this guy's head. So definitely go check him out. Make sure to subscribe because he does some cool stuff. And yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys later. So don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe for more mock content. And I'll see you guys later.